Okay. My expectations before the program weren't very clear. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to get out of the program or why exactly I was doing the program. I came in a little confused and unsure because I really didn't think this was going to be an opportunity that I was going to do. Mostly because I thought about doing internships again or doing something more related to engineering. And I was like pretty nervous and anxious in a sense of who I was gonna meet, who was gonna be the group, since I didn't know the people well enough that was gonna be with me, but also anxious and like, was I gonna regret this since I already know Brazilian culture, I've already been in Brazil, like why exactly am I doing this? And so during the program, I think these feelings still lingered. There's a lot of moments where I did feel confused, and I think my lows were that feeling of confusion. Some days missing home, some days regretting not being able to take some summer classes. Like, what am I doing with doing these courses? Some days I think I did feel alone, or yeah, just literally alone. Like, I think I was in my room and I was like, what am I doing just in my room right now? And sometimes FOMO with other people going out and other people doing events and me not being invited or not being a part of it. I think those were my lows, but there was highs. There was a lot of good times and moments that I will not forget, and I really enjoyed all the trips that we did, everything I learned, and all the people. I met so many great people, everyone that was on the trip, all the friendships we made. Those are really like helping the things that I'm gonna bring with me and take with me. And one thing that I learned about myself is kind of allowing myself to grow in more courage in being alone with myself. I think there was a lot of moments where I really did feel lonely, and so I remember one Saturday, like I don't know what exactly everybody else was doing, but I was people watching outside our big window, which also was so amazing. The place that we were at, and people watching, I go down there and I'm people watching on the window, but then there's like a futsal game happening, and so I go down there to watch. And then that day I also go get some coconut water, and I go to a brecha, and I do these things by myself, and I'm like, man, why am I doing these things by myself? But I think I was also scared to do those things by myself, and obviously like there's security reasons, yes, but at the same time I think maybe I was feeling sorry for myself when I should have just gone out and like done those things for myself. And so I think at some moment in the trip, I feel like I really decided that like I have to make the most of it, with any opportunities that are given to me, whether it's to go out and make friends, to do what I need to do, and make a challenge every day to do something different. I think I also just overcame a lot of fears throughout the trip. I remember me and Jimena we were at the beach, and we were like, are we gonna jump off the cliff or not, since everybody else was doing it? And me and Jimena went to do it, and she was taking so much time to do it because she was supposed to do it first, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So I jump and I with her, and then I even go back and do it a second time, and the second time was even higher. And I was like obviously nervous, but it was like something to overcome my fear. And the other night when I was supposed to meet up with my madrina and it didn't end up happening, I was like, okay, well, let me try Ubermoto and like let's get over this fear of going in Ubermoto. And so there was a lot of times in this trip where that happened, and I'm really grateful that it did happen, because there was opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise. And I think God really showed me in this trip to really showed me the beauty of his creations. I think just to be still and meet his creation face to face, whether that was like to watch a sunset, which there were so many sunsets, to see a sunrise in the big beautiful window of our apartment, to hear the ocean, to go on a run, to meet other people, to talk to other people, get to know people, not worry about putting too much pressure in work and success and what I had to do, but rather be present and see the things that were given to me, and really like enjoy how beautiful everything was. After this experience, I think what changed is I made some new friends, and these people, I'm gonna keep talking to them. I'm gonna stay being friends with them. Both the people from Brazil and the people that are American from the program. I think I'm still trying to figure out what God wants to use this whole program and everything that I experienced here for, both in my life academically, both in my life spiritually, both in my life socially. I do think I learned that I am a lot more Brazilian than I thought I was coming in, you know? I have a cara de brasileira, as Jacob would say, but at the same time, I'm also very American, and I think I'm learning to be okay with both, being American, being Brazilian, and I think everybody's different and everybody can relate in different ways, and it was good to see people who also did the program that are in that Brazilian American mix. That were different in my routine, like I mentioned before, that I would go out on runs alone. I would eat out a lot, which is something I'm not used to. Also take the bus to school every day, the public transportation, and we went by boat to Rio when we used to travel, and those were some really fun, different experiences that were very local of us to do, which I really liked. Oh, another thing, the warmth of Brazilian culture, what I learned, I think I knew the warmth of Brazilian culture because I'm around it a lot, but I do think when I'm with my family, I never have to be the one that's always giving the warmth. I don't know if that makes sense, but the one that's like always sharing a topic of opinion, that is getting other people to dance, that is hugging, that's initiating hugs, that's initiating kisses, that like having to be that person. And I think throughout this trip I kind of learned in certain situations to be that person, to bring people more together, to do those things, and I'm really glad that I did do that, and I was able to make new friends, and that I was able to have moments together, to be vulnerable, to open up and like just listen to what other people had to say. And I think those moments were really special. I really enjoyed seeing everything, learning about everything. I'm so glad I got to live right in front of a beach for 4 weeks. I don't know when I will be able to do that again in my life, but I will for sure be coming back to Rio. The church group that I met was a huge blessing and truly was cool for me to hang out with people my own age, learn what Christians do for fun in Brazil, and just be around so many different types of people, and learn about so much history, culture. Thank you guys. Portuguese has improved a lot, so I'm really grateful, and I will continue to practice it. Sorry if this video isn't the best. I have another one that has a lot more videos and photos, and I'm speaking in Portuguese in that video, but it is 30 minutes long, so it did not upload. But I truly love this class. Thank you so much, Nata. Realmente amei esse curso.